Thank you for joining, guys. Like and subscribe to this channel. So we did the front. Now I'm gonna be spraying the back, and I'm hoping that you will have a nice angle. Okay, probably from this side is better. Yep, it is better from this side. I apologize. Sorry for dropping you down, guys. It was wind. So it is all ready from both sides. I just sprayed both sides, and now I have to wait for the second coat, for the first coat to dry. So pretty much, as you can see, these doors, I secured them on the top so that they will be held together, and at the bottom as well. I run the screws from the bottom and put the planks in order for them not to fall down on the ground, and it allowed me to have access and see them nice and good and apply the paint evenly. So like and subscribe to the channel, guys, if you enjoyed watching this live. On the other side we have some trim staining going on. It is lots of trim for the whole basement refinishing. So we have like a door jambs materials, and this stuff is drying over here. Daniel is applying some stain, letting it soak, so then we can wipe it off and let it dry. So we have lots of doors that we stained before, and some of you might watched us staining the doors as well. Our live, it's still on the channel, so you can watch it still. So we have the doors here, and we installed this like temporary legs everywhere so we can stain them, and then tomorrow we'll be applying the clear coat everywhere. So, and another stack over here in the garage. We have this trim will go on the top, so the basement has unfinished painted black ceiling, and it will go to cover the edge of the drywall on the top, the baseboard over here, and we have some windows, and we will be boxing the openings with these beautiful boards. So, and then we will case the face of it. So it's like lots of doors, and it was a custom stain made by Sharon Williams. By the way, I'm gonna show you how it looks, and I want to give you some warning. So here's this stain. It's oil-based stain made by Minwax, and that thing, guys, it's extremely flammable. So you see those microfiber towels? So after you wipe it off, if you will leave it like that, let's say 3 wipes on each other, that thing might easily catch on fire by itself. So without even sun, anything, just there is some kind of reaction that occurs after it's sitting like that, and it has not enough air coming through. So I almost had my truck on fire because of that thing. So be careful, because I mean, it's really crazy. I wasn't able to figure out how it happened, but it just happened by itself. So you see we have a bunch of microfibers that every time when it's getting fully soaked, we just drop it, and I carry it home with me, because those microfibers, they might just catch on fire. So it becomes warm, then it's getting warmer and warmer and warmer, and it started just burning. It's really crazy. But I mean, I just woke up at night, and I just wasn't able to figure out what's the smell that coming into the house, and it was my my truck's bed that had bunch of those, and they were all soaked. They were wet when I came home, because my tailgate was open, kinda, and water came. The rain made them soaked completely. But anyways, can you imagine that thing just dried by itself? It was completely wet, and it started heating up so hard, so it started finally burning. Yes. So guys, be careful with this Minwax. So I like personally water-based, but you see it even says like spontaneous combustion. So I mean, I read all this stuff, so they don't say nothing about like that it can just start heating up the microfibers, and then they just say that you have to put them in dispose them in a metal container, your wipes. So be careful with it, guys. I appreciate you guys joining. Thank you for staying tuned. Like this live stream, and subscribe to the channel. So Let's check the doors. Let's check the doors. What's going on? By the way, here's that piece that will be used for the windows, for boxing them, the opening, because the windows we have in the basement, they are 12-inch deep because of the framing that was kind of attached to the main wall. I have some coffee in here. Do you like iced coffee? I like sometimes coffee from McDonald's. Drop in a chat if you like it too. So let's check the doors. It's really nice and beautiful in here. It's the forest and some trees that divide property from property, which is pretty cool. And it's really calm. Not a lot of noises, far from the road, and nice, beautiful customers to work with. Really nice, good people. So it looks like it started drying, started catching, but not yet. So I'm using, you might think that I'm crazy, but I'm not. I'm using the porch and decking paint. Let me show it to you. So we used that paint in the furnace room that is part of the basement, and I had more than half of a gallon left, and we were talking with the customer about what color should we use for these doors, and I just said let's use this paint because it's metallic and it's gonna have the same color as the floor when you open it. So I'm using it. Don't think I'm crazy, but I diluted it with water because it was pretty thick for the concrete, for durability and all that stuff, but it looks pretty cool. It's the same acrylic paint. Of course, it's better to get the right paint for like trim doors and stuff like that. So I'm using FFLP spray tip on this gun, which is fine, like low pressure, high volume. Usually they are green, but it's already has bunch of build up on it, and it allows me to have less pressure applied, less pressure inside the machine, but have nice output and less overspray in the air, which is good when you work inside the building and you have less overspray to breathe in. So I like it a lot, and it has not such a wide fan as a standard tip, so I like using this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's still wet because I put water in it to dilute it, and it's still drying even though it's outside, and it's pretty cool today. It was really hot yesterday, but today is pretty cool. So drop in the chat, guys, what do you think about using this kind of paint on the doors? Do you think I'm out of my mind, or it's fine? Let's see. Daniel is wiping off this stream because after you wipe it off, after it was sitting under the sun, it starts bleeding through the pores, all this stain. So there is no stain after you wipe it off, and then all of a sudden it started kind of squeezing out this stain. So you have to wipe it off once again before you put it for storage. There's lots of that trim. It's really nice and beautiful. Type in the chat, guys, where are you watching from? It's really interesting to know where are you located. We are located in Ohio, in Brunswick right now, and we are working here on the basement. This house was built in 90s or something. The customers had it like a custom build, and now they came to the point where they want to finish the basement. And the thing is, they hired a guy who started that basement, and this guy, he was unfortunate to get injured by the sheet of drywall, which torn his knee from the back. So he was cutting something, and there was a sheet that was leaning, so it just fell on his knee, and he had to have a surgery, unfortunately. And I mean, he is recovering now, but from what I heard, it's like 9 months. So guys, be careful, even though you might think that whatever around you doesn't has anything dangerous. Be careful, because some drywall sheet can just fall on your knee and leave you without job for 9 months. So I mean, luckily it's not something that will make him completely disabled, but like 9 months, it's still a lot, especially if you have family, and this guy has like 3 kids. So it's kind of hard for somebody who is working to have a situation like that. So always put safety first, and make sure that you work in safe conditions around you. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining and for watching this live. I just wanted to show you the process of spraying the doors, and now we are waiting now for final coat and for first coat to dry. So it still doesn't look like it's ready for the second coat. It's still drying. So if you have any question, guys, just drop it in the chat. So anything related to interior remodeling or anything else, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So let me know in the chat if you have some questions, guys. And if you also work in trades, skilled trades, let me know what kind of trade you stick with, and what do you do for a living. It would be really great to know. Let me show you a little bit the machine that I'm using. It's Greco Magnum X5. I found it like the most budget and nice quality for the amount of investment that you do. What I don't like about this machine is that this machine is kind of noisy. So if it's outside and you work all day, when it's pumping, it's like which is really noisy. So, and I use different machines that have different kind of pumps. They are more expensive, but you have less noises. I think the one that I used was like Greco Nova. It's called Nova, and it's much quieter than this one. So I don't like about this is the noise. And another thing is the what else? Another thing is the gun. You have the gun. It's a standard gun, and when you have your hose and you're holding it in your hand, the hose is pulling your wrist towards where it wants to pull your wrist. So I don't like it. It's much better, like they have pro spray guns, and they have like a connection over here that allows you to turn the gun, and it won't be held by your hose, which is really great. But they are pretty pricey. It's like $650 or something for a gun with a hose. if I'm remembering it right. So you can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But and that trigger, you see how long it is. Usually when I work, like, you can't hold 4 fingers here and hold that thing with just your thumb. Because when the hose is pulling it, you have no other choice than just go with direction of the hose, which is not cool. So I'm just putting 2 fingers under it and my thumb here and 2 fingers to hold that trigger. So this way I can turn it the way I want, and I'm using my other hand to hold this hose in my other hand, which you probably saw from the beginning of this live. So, and with a professional gun, it's much better than this one. So, but other than that, yeah, there is another significant thing about it, is that when you push the trigger, you spray, then you release the trigger, and it drops the drip of paint on the surface. That's why you have to constantly hold it and kind of move it back and forth, or you have to finish it so it won't move anywhere. So I don't like it. I don't like this thing about it. I have a customer came and he's gonna park his car, so I might stop recording for a little bit, or maybe not. We'll see. I'll just say hi to him. Hi Terry, how are you? Good. Spraying the doors. Yeah. Sorry, I dropped you once again. So looks like we are ready for the second coat. So I'm gonna set it. It won't be a lot of difference compared to what we had when they were white and I was painting them, but I think you still should be able to see the difference when I start painting. So I'm gonna put my mask and start applying the second coat. There were a few boogers, but now we are good to start spraying finally. I'm almost out of paint, so hopefully, yeah, it looks like I'm short, but I can angle the can slightly, so I'll be able to finish it. And I can tell you one nice trick about spray painting. If you are using airless sprayer and you see that you don't have enough paint left, you can switch your bucket when you see that you are almost out of paint, and you can put bucket of water and just continue running, so it will start sucking that water in and pushing the leftovers of the paint in your machine. And usually it's like a lot of paint until the water starts spraying from your spray hose. So it's a nice tip to use if you are not familiar with it. Thank you for staying tuned, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's all done, guys. Let's check out the face of the doors. It's already started drying, huh? Yeah, so I like it. It's slightly textured because of the thickness of the paint, but it will dry and it will even out more. And also it's good because these doors, they were primed and they were not primed nice and perfect. They had some boogers sticking on the surface, so it's pretty good that it's kind of added a little bit of slight texture to it, so it looks pretty cool to me. What do you think about it? And that lady, she likes all sorts of brown shades and colors, so that's why they are the color they are. So, and the stain, the same stuff, so the floor, it should supposed to match the flooring. So the thing is that anyways, like you can see, even like we applied the same amount of stain, the same amount of time we waited, and the same conditions, but because it's wood and it's different, it's different, so we're gonna use, yep, so we're trying to use the same, we will try to use the same pieces next to each other, so there is no difference. What's up? It's gonna be, yeah, I saw it. It's just a crack and it's okay. Sometimes I see, just be careful not to hurt yourself, but they just put some of the planks damaged, so then we can enjoy figuring out where we have to put them. Yeah, there's still lots of trim that needs to be stained. So I'm done with the doors, and I'll probably join Daniel to make it go faster. I actually snapped the ring on the back of the tripod that I'm using, so I was trying to figure out why it's still trying to angle somewhere somehow, because it's broken. Thank you for watching, guys. Staying tuned. I appreciate you. So we'll continue staying.
Yeah, new glasses.
Oh, hi.
Hi. It's been a minute since I had these.
Thank you for staying tuned, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel. If you are not subscribed yet, if you are, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for joining, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for joining, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel. Now we're gonna have to bring all of that stuff inside somehow. We already have a bunch of stuff sitting right here and here and here. Tons of stuff. Daniel, let's bring those doors inside somehow. I don't know how.
Where are you gonna put them?
Here.
In the middle?
Yeah, we have to block, unfortunately, the entrance.
Maybe before we done that, we will bring all of this stuff inside.
I think we can start putting this stuff here.
Yeah,
and then
do
do
that
the
because
last
we
thing.
will block the entrance.
Actually, we can put some of this stuff on the top of the doors, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you think that would work? It should work. We can put, you know what, we can put this stuff because it's like.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you for joining, guys. Like and subscribe. Just put them, set them right here. I think we should set the rest. I don't know if it's possible, kind of vertical. Maybe we can put the longer planks there and take the shorter planks and slide them like in here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something like that. Splinter. Actually, we can put some on the floor. You can bring them to me and I'll put them somewhere.
Where did you leave all of them?
Just go and start picking up those rags.
Dima, can we just leave them outside? This? Yeah?
You don't have room for it?
I don't think that we have enough space.
Let me see. I think start picking up those microfibers. I'll find the room for it. Let's bring the doors together. Let's bring the doors first and then we'll see